Hello, everyone. I am Mark with Justice Legal Credit, the CEO of Justice Legal Credit. So I noticed that a lot of people have been having issues of trying to figure out how to rebuild their credit. Um, it's simple. Um, all you have to do is follow our recommendations that our team, of course, recommend, or myself will recommend, and everything, as you know, I stated when you first started, is make sure that you use your customer portal, because it's very important, and also only because everything you need is in your portal. Um, so what today video is, or tutorial is, what I'm going to show you is how to navigate your customer portal, and also how you can rebuild your credit by navigating through the portal by clicking the correct link to do that. So first, what I'm going to do is switch here. All right. So if everybody see my screen, I am going to, right now I'm in a test account that I created. You have your reminders. That's basically any reminders that we send out to all customers, or maybe to you individually. You can book an appointment inside your customer portal. Your credit analysis from when we first started your credit report, when you first inquired about our services. Your current invoices, if you have any invoices that's due, it will be on the screen. All of the dispute letters that we send out on your behalf, all of your letters will be in this particular link. For select customers, it will be for select customers. Most people will have the DIY, which is the do-it-yourself credit repair, but that's only if you opt to want to do the do-it-yourself. And again, the do-it-yourself is like you said, do it yourself. There is no customer support, so we will not offer any support for the do it yourself. We will, of course, in the future, do some type of tutorial, but for as offering how to navigate and how to properly do the letters, we won't offer that. But again, if you are the do-it-yourself person and wants to do their own stuff, by any means, just let us know, and you can opt by doing that. There is fees associated with that, so but that's will be at a different video, or if you call our customer service team, we will of course inform you of those additional costs. Next, you have uploads. Uploads is basically the where you have to upload your ID, driver's license, social security card, or your utility bill, or phone bill. Credit bureau responses, such as anything that you receive from the credit bureaus or debt collectors, please upload those letters. And the collection is basically the debt collector letter. The bureau response is from the credit bureaus. All right. Client info, if you want to update your personal information. Payment info, your credit monitor information, or if you want to send us a message in the system, that way the whole team will be able to see those messages. And then password reset, if you want to change your password to log into the portal. Our weekly newsletter is basically information that we've been doing for the past couple of months now, and it's basically information on what's going on with the company, any self-help tips, anything to look out for, or what's going on with the company. I advise that everyone, of course, take a look at the newsletters in the previous newsletters. It is very, 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 very helpful, and our team work hard to develop those newsletters. So it's very good content in there. So I advise everyone to take advantage of it. Boost your credit scores now. This is where you're going to start rebuilding your credit scores. I will probably rename it because a lot of people are trying to figure out where to go at inside their portal. So I probably will rename it something with credit rebuilding, something to it. So attorney on call legal plan. This is basically, we offer a service through Legal Shield where if there's a situation you having with a debt collector or credit bureaus, when we of course dispute items on your file, we prepare your file for litigation. So what that means, litigation, that means we do things where we collect information from the credit bureaus and debt collectors. And if we're not successful, then all the items that we requested, you can just take those items, send it to the attorney that you, of course, will be paired up with when you sign up for services. And that will basically help the attorney out as much, I mean, actually a lot. And then from there, the attorney will, of course, dispute on your behalf. And you, in some cases, most attorneys are able to turn the situation around to the point to where instead of the debt collector suing the customer or the consumer, the consumer actually sues the actual debt collector or credit bureaus, and then that person can actually get compensated for it. So that's something to look into. I advise a lot of people to do that. I use it myself for my business because they do offer business plans. So if you are or have a business and you want to protect your business, please sign up because it is very, very, very helpful. I had a situation a couple of probably like a month ago where a competitor tried to steal our team's content or my company's content, and they did not want to remove it. So of course I had Legal Shield, called up the attorney regarding the dispute that it was actually about. And the attorney sent out a cease and desist letter to that person via social media and via email. And within hours, that person removed our content that they stole and tried to use off their social media pages. So I highly recommend anyone that needs legal services to check them out and sign up for services, because not only that you can use it for yourself, your immediate family and spouse can use it as well. And they help with family law, civil litigation, traffic court, criminal defense, taxes, consumer related, which, you know, that's one of the things we like to use it for, and much more. So again, I advise you to check this out. Attorney on Call Legal Plan, aka Legal Shield. Then you can watch videos, which is directly to our YouTube channel. I advise any and everybody to subscribe to our YouTube channel because it is a lot of information and good content on those videos that me and my team, of course, come up with and actually and explain. Also, if you are wanting or needing life insurance, we are licensed life insurance agents. So if you need a quote for life insurance or final expense, please give us a call or book an appointment with us. That way we can directly get you the information that you need to stay protected. All right. So first is the reminders. Basically just saying, hey, you know, sign client agreement or letters from creditors. If you have any letters, please click here to send. If you want to book an appointment, it'll take you to a book appointment, a self service book appointment. And then you just choose a date. And just let everybody know that we do not open on Mondays. So if anything, the appointments will be Tuesdays through Fridays from between 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And sometimes, me personally, Mark, of course, I may not be available all the time, only because sometimes I get double booked. So sometimes if I end up missing an appointment, then I will, of course, have my team to follow up to reschedule that particular appointment. So just to put that out there. But yes, you book your appointment, you book your time, continue, fill out information, and then just make sure that you type in or put in the nature of your appointment, because that is very important. That way, either myself or any individual on the team that is able to give you a call know exactly what's going on. If anything isn't filled out correctly, then of course we will not, call, because we need to make sure that everything is filled out properly. So that's how you book your appointment, for instead of calling us all the time. Not saying it like we don't want you to call all the time, but if you don't want to, deal with the hassle of calling, our number, then you can always book an appointment inside your portal. Yes. This is your credit analysis. This is something a while. Credit analysis. It's going to always stay in your portal. So just make sure that you look over it and just see how far that you came from when you first started the program. And then let's go to invoices. If you have any outstanding invoices, they will be listed here. And then there'll be a link where you can actually make a full payment or partial payment. Any dispute letters that you have, you can always click on them to view them, and it will show all the letters that we sent out to the credit bureaus or dispute the debt collectors on your behalf. Let's see, the do it yourself is whether if you opted to do the do it yourself, you can import your credit report, dispute letters, and then, or you can upload your driver's license, upload your bill, social security card, bureau response, collection letter. And then personal information, I said that, mentioned that earlier. Let's see, weekly newsletter. This is like I mentioned before, the weekly newsletter that we send out. Is basically, different tips, and whether it's credit related. It is not finished just yet, but there is, let me see. Oh, okay. That's it. All right. So yeah, you go in, read the different information that we have available. And then it tells you the best time to buy a house. But just, we share different tips, in general, throughout the, course of the time. So, again, this is on our YouTube channel. And of course, as you see, our new logo. And then this is the team, of course, at the bottom, our address. If you want to go and see all the old, the past newsletters, you can. I advise that you do, because there's a lot of good information in there. If you want a life insurance quote for term insurance, you can enter that information here. If you want to, of course, if you're currently renting from an apartment complex, or you're renting from someone, you can report your rent here. And of course, that will boost your credit scores up as well. I always tell people to try to report your rent, that's a year up to present, and keep it going, because that will boost your credit. I use it myself, so I know it works. Boost your credit scores. So I get the number one thing of all the time I tell people when I make that call is, y'all need to, rebuild your credit scores. Please use your portal, because that's where all the credit building products is located. I should have done this a while ago. I'm not sure why it took me so long. So, but again, it's, I'm doing it now. So, so number one is to sign up for a Kickoff account. With Kickoff, it's basically a credit card without that hard plastic credit card. What it does is it will you sign up for the services, and they will give you an initial credit limit of $500. What you're going to do is you have to buy something from their e-store, and they have products anywhere between $10 to $20 or more. But the point of it is that when you buy something from the e-store, which is you're not using your money, you're using their money. Let's just say you buy something for $20. Buy something for $20. That's what, $480 left. And they take that, report it on your credit report, and then from there they will but basically your credit utilization will be 4%, and then you'll be paying $2 a month on that $20. And what happens is when that account gets boosted on your credit report, not boosted, but when it gets reported on your credit report, then your scores will increase. It could range anywhere between 10 points, 20 points, or more. It just depends on how your credit file is set up on your credit report. Again, results may vary based off your credit file. So I like to always put that in there, because a lot of people say, oh, well, this thing said it was going to boost my credit score. As you see on the screen, 44 points. It just depends on how your credit profile is set up. So I always tell people, make sure you add some good positive accounts, because the more good accounts you have on your credit report, the better your scores will be. That's just how it is. But what happens is once it gets reported on your credit report, usually it takes about 2 weeks for the account to get reported on your credit report. And then from that next month, you'll be paying $2 on that $20 that you bought, and then the next month you'll be paying $2 off the $18, and so on. I use it myself, so I know it works. I love it, and I advise everybody that signs up with our services to open up a free Kickoff account. It's free to get started, so if you have any excuses, there shouldn't be. So with that being said, once you sign up with that, then you're going to come back to your portal, and then you're going to choose a credit rebuilding product. I already have a window up of where it's going to take me, so I'm just going to not click this, but you're going to click it, and then you're going to, and then this is basically our site. We have to update our logo on here. But it's basically a site where you can choose credit rebuilding products such as secured cards, unsecured cards, or a secured loan. If your credit scores are under 600, and I would say let me say 620 and under, I would definitely recommend a secured credit card to help boost your credit scores. It's going to basically only bring up secured credit cards. You have First Progress, Capital Bank with Open Sky, Merit Bank, First Progress again, Merit Bank Secured Visa, First Progress again, Ascent. Then we just added some new secured credit card here. Ooh, excuse me. Let's see. And as you say, it says get an unsecured in as little as 4 months, but that's only if you basically let me see, when you build your scores 12 months use. Okay. But the card I recommend the most, honestly, will be the Merit Bank Double Your Line. So what happens is when you first apply, when you put down 200, then it says it will double your credit line to 400 without making another deposit, and that's only if you make your on-time payments within the first 7 months. But basically, whatever you put down to get started, like say for instance, if you put 400 in 7 months, it'll double to 800, and so on. So if you put 500, 7 months, it'll be 1,000, so on. But the point is that you can also increase your credit scores by increasing your credit limit. And by this does it automatically within X amount of months is amazing. There's a lot of different things that you can do to boost your credit scores, and this card here is one of them. I highly recommend this card over anything, only because you get to double your funds within, or your credit limit within a certain amount of time. The second one I recommend as a starter, like I said, a starter is a Open Sky, only because they do not check your credit. They don't pull your credit. So, but there's a but. If you just need something to just open up and don't want your scores to be pulled, then yes, Open Sky is the one to do it. But here's the thing. I always recommend this to people. When your scores start going up and you are able to start getting unsecured credit, then I always recommend that once your scores are high enough, pay this card off completely to zero and close it. The reason why I say this is because Open Sky will not increase your credit limit. In order to increase your credit limit, you have to add to it. Some cards will change it to a unsecured after a certain period of time, but not Open Sky. So that's why I said this is a starter card and something that I wouldn't keep long term. I would probably keep it within the first couple of months or so. But again, only if your scores are, to the point where you can get, unsecured credit. If you can get unsecured credit, back to back, So, but after that, then I would just pay it down to zero, and then have them to close it out. So that way you're not penalized for it. You don't owe them anything, and so on. So let's go to the unsecured cards. Unsecured cards for bad credit. Well, let's just go. Well, unsecured cards. I don't recommend this one at all. Because 9 times out of 10, it's hard to get this particular card. So I would not recommend it. It says minimum score, Vantage score of 540, but I don't recommend this one. Don't recommend this one either. Actually, I don't recommend none of these actually. Now I do recommend this one, Merit Bank. Merit Bank for some reason is like a favorite, only because for one, they are a reputable bank. So, and plus I just like how they are, how they do business. So I like, and this is a unsecured line of credit. Let's see. If you need a credit rebuilding loan, I always recommend doing Self. Self used to be Self Lender, but they changed it to Self. I don't know why it's still on here as Self Lender, but Self Lender is basically a secured loan. That what happens is when you apply, you don't have to put anything down. You just have to. I always tell everybody to get the one that says it's a $500, $500, where your payments will be like $48 a month, because you don't want to get locked into like a 2-year deal. You want to do the one where it says 12 months, and then just make your payments on time. And then after a certain period of time, they ask you if you want a credit card. My opinion, I do not recommend getting that one, only because you're using the money that you're paying into. And to me, when I see that reported on the credit report, it doesn't report correctly on the credit report. So that's why I don't recommend you getting the debit card, or not the debit card, but the secured credit card that they allow you to get after 3 months. But that's your choice. If you want to do that, that's fine. But I'm just letting you know exactly my opinion on it, and you can do what you want with it. But yes, I always recommend getting a self-lender account, a Kickoff, and one secured credit card to start off with. I highly recommend that you put this on auto pay, the self-lender and the Kickoff, because you do not want a late payment on your credit report, because if you get a late payment, it will definitely affect your credit scores. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but it does. So, and if you have any questions, you can always call me or my team, of course, at 904-339-8051. Let's see what else we got. We do have auto loans. So if you ever need an auto loan or refinance your current auto loan, we do offer that here. Let's see. If you want to report your rent, you can always do that here. And like I mentioned before, you can do it here or in your portal. I highly recommend this, please, because it will definitely help your scores. But you only do it if you currently have on-time payments with your property management or whoever you rent from. If you have any late payments, make sure you reach out to that person first, because what happens is if you have any late payments and they report those late payments, it will hurt your scores. So keep that in mind. Let's see. Let me see. We got loans. That's auto loans. Investing. Look like we got this new. Oh, okay. Acorns, of course. I'm not sure if you heard that, but you can basically invest in the stock market with little or nothing. Or you can save for a college fund for your kids. But it's for you to sign up, and plus you have to, of course, add money to it to get start investing. But other than that, nothing major. But yeah, definitely. All right, so I'm going back to the portal. And if you are wanting a inquire about whole life insurance or final expense, you can do that here as well. And then other than that, that's pretty much about it. But yes. So yes, your customer portal is very, very, very important. I don't know how much I got to stress that to everybody, but it is very important because everything you need is right there. So it is very important that once you look over this video and you navigate everything, I'm telling you, you will definitely increase your credit scores a lot. And I recommend you, of course, definitely visiting our YouTube channel, because our YouTube channel is very, very informational. We got a lot of good content on there. So please click on here to visit our YouTube channel and subscribe, because I'm not saying it just to, of course, get new subscribers. I'm saying it because it's going to help you as a consumer if you're trying to boost your credit. Me personally, I've already, I practice what I preach. I already have too many, credit cards as it is. I'm not trying, I don't need any more, but I apply for different things to show you all that my methods does work, and they are very, very, very simple. So please utilize your portal and take the steps that I showed you today to utilize your customer portal. And I hope that everything that I showed you today has helped you. And if you have any issues or anything, please reach out to our customer service team and or myself at 904-339-8051. And other than that, I think that's pretty much about it. So I appreciate everybody for even watching this video. I know it's going to be long, but again, it is very informational, and I thought that I would just do a tutorial that will help you, guide you on financial freedom. So thank you, everybody, and have yourself a wonderful day. Abracadabra and poof. I'm Mark with Justice Legal Credit, and thank you for listening to this video, and I am out.